members of the congregation have all these wonderful gifts. So what would happen if you were to train and equip and mobilize these individuals to focus on caring for other people? What would happen? And it's out of that matrix that Stephen Ministry emerged. Stephen Ministry is all about recognizing crisis in human lives, that these things happen, crises happen, and we equip people to help those individuals face and handle their crises. With Stephen Ministry in the local church, there are many, many benefits. Stephen Ministry will empower. It will empower the individual. Stephen Ministry simply recognizes that people have needs. They equip another individual to minister and to care for people.
Sometimes it's a death, sometimes a divorce or the process of divorce. Sometimes it's a job loss, moving to a new place. A brand new baby can become a crisis. Just such a variety of things that people go through in a lifetime.
Our common reaction when we have problems is to say, I'll just tough it out. I can do it myself. And yep, you probably can. But why not have somebody walk with you and meet with you and help you and pray with you to help you through this period of time?
So this is a very difficult period of time. It was a very much a crisis time in my life. I'm a clinical psychologist. You know, I talk to others, but I need someone that I could talk to as well. What I would say to others is don't be afraid, particularly to the men, don't be afraid to reach out and get help. You know, without that, I wouldn't have stayed grounded, would have been very discouraged. It was a very up and down, it was very much a roller coaster ride for a 2-year period of time. And it's important to be able to accept help from other people.
The greatest gift that I received from my caregiver was the fact that he just really listened to me. He let me talk about some of the deepest pain that I had in a way that I never thought I'd be able to talk about with anybody. He just made it very easy for me to want to talk, and I learned that frankly just being able to have somebody to talk to and to share all of this with was a great way for me to begin that healing process and to be able to move on and to get beyond the pain that I was feeling stuck in at that time.
I think we really did love and care and respect each other from the very beginning. And I think our relationship was based on trust and the confidentiality.
We gave each other moral support, and we knew we were there for each other.
And I had really 3 goals. I knew where my care receiver was, so I was also trying to get her to believe in herself again through Christ, to get her to smile, to watch God work, and to help me not fix anybody. And you taught me more than you will ever know. Your one-liners were terrific.
I think you're the teacher.
By the time someone comes for asking for a Stephen Minister or deciding that that might be helpful, probably we have trained people for 50 hours, and we get to know them very well. And so in terms of matching up, it has partly to do with personality, with experience.
One of the things about Stephen Ministry that I think is really effective is the fact that you're not out there by yourself when you're meeting with your care receiver. You go and you meet with the people, but then you go back and talk to a group about it.
And what's going well in a caring relationship, what's not going well.
You have confidentiality, so you don't use names and you're very careful about what you say. You know, there certainly is accountability and there's reinforcement and encouragement as well as training. But I've really found the group meetings very uplifting. I mean, it's a group that I go to where I feel good about going to. It's not one that I dread another meeting.
Giving up
truth, the individual who serves and decides to become a Stephen minister really is called by God. God leads us to become a Stephen minister when He feels we have the empathy, we have the love, we have the ability to give care to others. So I don't think we can choose to become a Stephen minister necessarily if God does not instill within us the fire and the desire and the realization that we have the abilities if we have faith that He will lead us and be with us all the time.
The Stephen Ministry program actually is one of the more exciting things about being in the church. So it's always wonderful to know that if I encounter someone who's going through a profound sense of loss or grief or anger or fear or just getting stuck in life from the issues of life, that I know that I can call on our Stephen ministers to come alongside me and to come alongside this person. So I see myself working in tandem with our Stephen ministers, and it's just a great thing to know that we have it here at First Pres.